Okay, so now that you've got your design ready, as you would wish it to be, now we have a little trick that we have to use and combine the design that we did on Murel into the interactivity platform the easiest way possible. So I'm going to introduce you now to one of the functions in Murel that is called an area. So you go into an area when you enter this toolbar on the left. You have these 4 squares that are just underneath the star. You pick it and then you choose the area that you want. You see, you will get this kind of white rectangular, which we are going now to put all over this design. The first thing we do, we don't want it to have this color because it will obscure our design, right? So we are going to close the color, put this line over it, then we close the rectangular line around it again. So now we have nothing but what is here. You can see, if we zoom in, unnamed area. We don't want a name at all because we are not using this area as Murel designed it to be somewhere to have all your sticky notes and you can move them around and stuff like that. We are using it in order to download our design into a PNG, which we are going to use to upload to interactivity. So we are going to choose this little icon where it has it's the 1 2 3 4 1 from the right, and oops, disappeared. I will show you again. You have here the unnamed area, and when you click on the 4th icon from the right, you make it disappear. Now the beauty of it is that you can download any area and it will bring along everything we have inside. So let's see how we do that. We click on the area. So you remember you have an area here. You don't see it, but you've just put it there. So you know there is an area. And when you go when you hover with your cursor, you can see that it changes into a hand. Then you click and you see the area. Now just right click and drop this ruler. Within here you go into this one, which is 4th from the bottom. It says export area. Okay, so we're going to export it. That's what we wanted to do in the first place. So we click it. We will get 2 options. We can export it as a PDF and we can export it as an image. We want the image. So we just click, and in a minute you see here it says downloading an image, email me a link to. So we can have it in our downloads and we can ask it to also send it to our email, and from there it will be kept and we can always go there and choose it from there. So that's it. We have a JPEG, we have a PNG, and now I open it and you see what happened. We have our beautiful journey here. Now here is the thing. We don't want the journey to have this type of frame. The frame is actually the background. If we look on here, it is capturing the background that is around the journey because we took the area and we stressed it all over the JPEG, all over the image. So the trick is now, after you know this, we are going to make it smaller. Just a little bit inside, but you can see it's really, really small. It's just, we are using really we can even stress it a little bit. If you size it up, you can be really accurate so it encompasses all the picture within it. But we still want a part of the picture beneath to be outside the area. Now this is important. We are using it only for the download. If you try to do anything else with it, it will complicate your movements in Murel. The idea is that it will help us download it in the best way that we want it, and we can use it and upload it to interactivity. So let's just make this more accurate. Again, let me go some steps backwards so you can, okay. So as you can see, if I put it inside, now I want to be able to capture as much as the image as possible. So I just make it bigger, enlarge it, and then I choose each of the rectangular lines and I just take it as much as possible to the end of the design, not going over the design itself. Great, now we've got it. We make it normal size again. We stand on it with the hand, yes, and we go again to the fourth one from the bottom. It says export area, and that is what we're gonna do. Save this image. Let's see what's going on. Okay, email me to a link, and in a minute we will have our design ready. Chakalaka boom boom. Here we are. Open. You see the difference between the two is that this is holding the design. You see, I just got the mail from Murel telling me that I got my download in here. So let's just close these. No, I don't want to delete. Okay. So what I wanted to show you is side by side the visual. That this is the first visual we got, and this is the second one. And you can see that here it is right on top, shows us the whole image in very clearly, very nice way. And also we get to see the icon better because it does not shrink it. Okay, so this is what we need. Now, don't forget that we need to save it correctly. So you've downloaded your file. Now you take it from the downloads. You give it a name. The journey for gamification. And you give it a version. Version 1. Draft. Version 1. That means that we are going to save it in the drafts. Let's find the demo for files and the journey for gamification. We go to drafts and we save it here, version number 1. Why is that? Because once we upload it to interactivity, we will want to check it and to see if the sizes are correct, and the way we check it is that we upload it with the game after it's gamified. We upload it into our mobile and we see if we need to change sizes, if we need to reconfigure some of the positions. So version 1, version 2, version 3, until we get it exactly as we want it to be. Then it turns out to be the final version and moves to the other folder. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.